All right, so making another video just because I finally got my titanium bolts in. There they go. And so I figured I'll make a video quickly. Let me adjust the camera angle. This is low threat because it's very easy. But this wheel is for my turbo bike, the one that I talked about in another video. And I bought these rotors. These are Braking SK2 rotors. They're supposed to be full floating. They say full floating. I don't, like that full floating, that rattle. It ain't rattling, but these were about $300 a piece. I was gonna go with Brembo or something, but I changed my mind because I like the way these look. Did some research, and these tend to be good. Drag racers, whatever, use them, so I figured I'd get them. I'm not gonna do single rotors. I'm going both because this is a massive turbo build. And so it's really easy. So direction of the tire, these are Pirelli Supercorsa TD tires. Direction of the tire, direction of the rotor. So I put this one on, the other one goes on the opposite side. Really, really simple. What I do like about Pro Bolt though is they send this like anti-seize stuff with all of their bolts, so I do like that. I'm still waiting on my lightweight axle to come from One Stop Speed. I know most turbo bikes, like, you want weight and stuff in the front, but for this I have legitimately another thousands of dollars worth of electronics for my turbo bike, so that's 100% going on standalone. Now, when that's gonna happen, well, we'll see. But normally what I do, I just take my little bolt, this little anti-seize stuff, put a little bit on there. That is a lot, but put it in there, it fits, and then you just tighten it up. And that's really it. Now what you won't see is me torque it to spec. But as long as it's on the threads, I don't really, it's no big deal. And even though it's just somewhat boring, because all I'm doing is putting a rotor on, you all get a chance to kind of see behind the scenes of what my behind go through. Even the smallest stuff, this is expensive. And honestly, like I said, each one of these things, this rotor is $300. This wheel, I don't know, $1,800, $2,000, whatever it cost. The ceramic bearing option. So, very expensive. It seems though that everything fits like it's supposed to. And again, I cannot install this until on my turbo roller which has been a roller for quite some time now. But the motor is done, so that's good. My background makes it sound like I'm in the ghetto somewhere, huh? It seems like every time you turn on like some form of, the camera and try to do a video, there's always nonsense in the background. So that's directional. I think that looks great. And I mean, even with the tire, lightweight. The reason why I went with these is because, like I said in the video, these are supposed to be the strongest for horsepower. So I got some of these on my H2, and so far there's been no drama. So I figured I would keep them. Same thing, other side. Really, really fast. It's on the threads. These are light. And I guess I could have weighed like the stock bolts and the stock rotors and all of that, but you know what? Why? Anybody who has a Busa knows that the Busa, all three gens are extremely heavy. So Doesn't really matter. Just know that it's heavy. And if you want to drop weight, I'm not one to just want to get titanium all the time for everything, but for the bigger bolts, like bolts that hold stuff like this, yeah, titanium. I don't really do aluminum on stuff like this, but titanium definitely, that'll be your best option for stuff like this. And you still retain the strength of a steel bolt, so. Let's see my little, let's see here, these supposed to be ceramic bearings there. I don't have no spin action. I don't know what's going on with that. That's contact blocks and see why I ain't got no really good spin action on this doggone wheel. Okay, and then this is, the arrow's going this way. All right. And that's that. And it's all pretty. All pretty. Looks marvelous. And now I'll begin to tighten it down a little bit. Initially I had some R1 setup for weight, and but my homeboy, as y'all see in my other videos, he has the blue turbo bike, and his bike is really fast, and we were trying to you know, drop some weight, so I figured I wanted to make my bike as light as possible within the confines of my finances. And yeah, I opted to, and that's that. And so now that's this side. So anyways, like, share, subscribe. That's rotational mass. I'm sure that this is way lighter than, a good amount lighter than the stock stuff. So, and that's that. Peace.